So let's dive right in. Here are 3 things to know before starting the home buying process. Number 1, understand market conditions. Remember that different locations and different price points have different market conditions. By studying statistics, realtors are able to understand which market condition you're going to be facing and how much you can negotiate when buying your next home. Some locations will be favoring buyers, some locations will be favoring sellers, and some locations will be balanced, not favoring sellers or buyers. For example, the Vancouver Westside right now, if you're looking at a condominium priced under $1 million, very, very strong. You'll more than likely be competing, and this is very much a seller's market. Under $1 million condos, Westside. The flip side of the coin, single-family homes priced over $3 million in the Vancouver Westside, very much favoring buyers. Lots of room to negotiate. Very much a buyer's market. Very few sales in the $3 million price band for single-family homes in the West Side. So here's the second thing to think about before starting your home search. Be specific, but not too specific as to the location and type of home you're looking to buy. So what do I mean by this? If you set a search area of a few square blocks, you're going to have absolutely no luck in finding a home because there just won't be enough homes available in that small of a search area. Also, if you decide you want too specific of a home, let me give you an example. Say you're looking for a 2-level townhouse that must be between 1,000 and 1,200 square feet. It must be less than 5 years old. Well, that's way too specific. You're going to really limit the number of choices you have. On the flip side of the coin, you can be too vague when setting up your search for your next home. You may set up a search for all of the Lower Mainland, and you may say, well, I'm willing to buy anything priced between $500,000 and $2 million. Again, you're too vague. You must be not too specific and not too vague to give yourself enough choice, but not too much choice where you're overwhelmed. So again, really understand the search area you want to search in, make sure the search area is large enough, and make sure that you're specific in terms of the house that you're looking for, but not too specific as to limit yourself. Here's the third thing to think about before starting your home search, and this one is probably the most important thing to think about before starting your home search. Get your mortgage pre-qualification. I can't stress this enough. Before starting your home search, it is so important to obviously understand how much you can afford when purchasing your next home. There's absolutely no sense in looking at homes that you cannot afford. So go to a mortgage broker and understand how much you can afford. And that's more important now than it ever was before, because the rules keep changing around how much a lender is willing to lend. They don't only look at your down payment, now they're also looking at your income. Very, very closely are they looking at your income. So really understand how much a lender is willing to lend you and how much you can afford to spend on your next home. I'm going to link to a web page which has some great buying resources. You can click on the link either above or below. There's a great video on there which explains what it's like to compete when buying a home. And that happens quite often in Vancouver because we don't always have the most supply in certain product types and certain price points in certain areas in Vancouver. So it'd be a good idea to watch that video. I'll link to it above and below depending on whether you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube. My name is David Setton with Oakwyn Realty and Answers in Real Estate, and I specialize in selling and marketing homes in the Vancouver West Side. And if you'd like to reach me, you can contact me anytime at 604-808-9796. And as always, thank you so much for listening today.